Welcome back, everybody, to College Football 25 and the Miami Hurricanes Dynasty Rebuild. Today we're looking to get into our ACC schedule. We got a rivalry game against Virginia Tech, and then Cal's in the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference. And after our bye, the interesting games really show up with Louisville and Florida State. We'll see how far we get today. I'm still feeling out some things here in the series, and all the while there have been some issues in Dynasty, seeing upsets, some oddities in the simulation with stats and the playoff logic and everything. Certainly there are a lot of things that need to get fixed or ironed out here. So I have taken it a little bit slow here, starting off with this series. I do have a few videos up, but I haven't done this in a few days. But ultimately, I'm here to make content. I'm going to do my best to avoid major issues. So if things aren't perfect in the game, I can live with that. Now, when we last left off, we had some of our recruiting battles taking a rough turn. Quarterback Willie Countess has pushed us down to number 4 in his top teams, while Cam Dozier has us down at 3. So I'm learning now that I need to focus a bit more on the hard sell for players. Not just doing the send the house. That's good for early in the process, but we need to ramp it up, get visits scheduled, and then look at the pitches that we can do here. Soft and hard sell. So I didn't watch a lot of recruiting stuff before the game came out. I'm cool learning as I go, but we do have to make up some ground now for some of our best prospects. So we're certainly not going to be giving up on players like Countess. We got to stay in that top 3, and he's really close, it seems, to choosing that. Now, if I'm not mistaken here on these bars, the more darkened section, I think, is what's happened in the past week, giving you a good visual indicator of the recent trend. So again, Countess, good arm, very accurate, 80 speed, has some good abilities. We really want to bring him in. So we're going to schedule that visit for him. And we don't have a visit yet on the FSU day. We want to make sure we're not having 2 quarterbacks there at the same time. But ultimately, I think we have to make up the ground. And FSU is going to be one of the best chances for us to make a good impression. We know proximity to home is going to be important to him, so he can bring the whole family to campus. And then what you can do here, I didn't realize this for a while, but you can have the 40 hours dedicated to the visit, but then you can also still pitch them afterwards. So we can do the coach's favorite hard sell strategy, and that's going to fit all 3 of his ideal pitch focuses. He wants to be close to home, play for a great coach, and he wants good facilities, and we have all that. It might be a good idea for us to also get started with Boogie Turner's recruiting upgrades. So we're going to buy that skill tree. And come on, Boogie Turner was a dominant defensive tackle for me in a couple different series. So we've got to stay true to his character and football background. So we're going to go with the D-line Tier 1 upgrade along with Tier 2. Miami's had a legacy of a lot of great players, of course, and I like a lot of those players on the defensive side of the ball. Guys like Sean Taylor, Vince Wilfork. So I'd really like for us to develop some star-caliber defensive talent. I think Cam Dozier could be a star for us, and he's already got that 84 speed, 87 finesse move with 89 acceleration. That is what you'd hope to develop a player into, and he's got that skill set straight away. He's coming in the FSU game as well. So already that was going to be a big game because it's FSU in conference, and it's even more impactful now because we're sending our top recruits to that game. So Dozier is focused on the championship contender, proximity to home, and then athletic facilities. I'm still trying to figure out when I would want to try and sway a player. I'm not sure that's going to come up a ton in this series, given we already have so much established. But this aspirational strategy can focus on all 3 of his ideal pitch focuses. And we still have the ability to put even more attention on these 2 players. So we will, because I have boosted Boogie Turner, it looks like now I can get up to 60 hours for Cam Dozier each week. And then, do I want to keep putting 50 into Adrian Teague? This is where it gets tough. Clemson's out in front, then you got Florida. I can probably afford to decrease some of these hours on guys like Lewis Allen. It's tough sometimes because I know in NCAA 14 it would be beneficial for you to get a guy to commit early, and then you don't have to put any points into him. Although I know in this game, like, nothing's official until signing day. So, I don't know, I'm still learning things in this game. Like, I didn't want to watch a bunch of dynasties before the game had even come out and I could play it, because I think part of the fun is learning as you go and not trying to optimize it like it's this PvP game. And then late last episode, I uncovered this gem linebacker, Damian Rawlings. And for some reason, other schools aren't as interested in a lightning-quick tackling machine with cover skill. So we're catching a huge break there. And then we also have these two cornerbacks that are 4 stars that really aren't getting a lot of attention from other schools. So that was a big priority to get addressed. Hopefully we can get these closer to being wrapped up soon. The last thing we do this week, we're going to go hard sell for Sean Lampkin. We got to make up some ground here against Louisville. He's in his top 3, so he's closer to the end. I haven't even offered him a scholarship. So if we're doing this well, even Louisville hasn't offered to him. So here's an 86 strength D tackle with 73 power moves and like 73 speed, 75 acceleration. So he could be an intriguing pass rusher. We're also going to have 4-star D-tackle Sharif Ladd come to a game, and this would be a complimentary visit if he also comes to the FSU game. And I think I'd rather do it there than wait for the Week 13 game. I think he already has a visit in Week 10. So Sharif Ladd is going to come. We'll pitch on the playing time. But yeah, overall, we're in really good shape for a majority of our board. It's just those top players that have been really tough. And this class is going to need some of this top-tier talent to really be as good as we want it to. So I honestly don't know why Virginia Tech and Miami have this rivalry. Maybe you can fill me in on that. Like, they have played each other many times. They've played in 2 bowl games like decades ago. There's got to be a reason they're rivals. So let's get this ACC schedule underway. We had a clean start in non-conference play going 4-0. We're up to number 10 in the country. But we didn't win a lot of those games convincingly, and now our schedule does get tougher. So there is a freezing issue currently in Super Sim. It seems that if you try to back out of this screen too quickly without letting the player cards load, it can freeze up. There have been more issues, it seems, with like simming individual plays. So I have a couple ideas that try to get us through some games, still get to see some action, while they work on a fix for that. So far, we're handling our business here, but Virginia Tech making it close as we head into the 4th quarter. All right, here's the situation, 26-20. We're getting the football now. Let's see if we can hold on for that first ACC victory. There was some mixed feedback, by the way, on the coach mode stuff I was trying last episode. Wow, that's incomplete on the pass for Horton. Running this one, it is Damian Martinez, and he's really not been able to get it going the way I thought he would this year, and I'm actually thinking about seeing Mark Fletcher play a bit more. Pass from War, that's incomplete for Isaiah Horton, and the Hokies are getting the football. Oh, that's a missed tackle. Pretty good run back. Virginia Tech at the 45-yard line. They bring motion and flip it ahead. There's a nice start to the drive. Now on the keeper, that's Kyron Drones taken down for the loss. See if the Kane defense can come up with a stop now. 3rd and 4. To the outside and caught. Feeding the running back inside. He sheds a tackle, and it's a good pickup for Brayshaw Tutton. Another run, and this time he is stuffed on the play by Simeon Barrow. Virginia Tech facing 3rd and 2. And on the keeper, it's Drone's first down. And he's finally wrapped up at the 23. All right, time is starting to wind down here. 2:40 left to go. Hokies need 5. They'll run. Nice block. And a good job staying patient behind it for the first. On the screen, he's got some room and a touchdown. Virginia Tech has taken the lead. As long as they hit the extra point anyway. So we got a close one here. Miami's going to have to put together a game-winning drive now. All right, this is why Cam Ward was brought in, right? Just has to get us in field goal range. We have a good kicker, too, which is tough to come by in college football. And some might not even agree that there is such thing as a good college kicker. But here's Cam Ward in the shotgun. Got to get at least 3 on this drive. And he starts with a connection. And, all right, I don't know who number 13 is. There could be an injury. It's Ward over the middle. Oh, lost it there at the end. Chris Johnson. Restrepo slot left. He'd be my go-to guy here in a situation like this. Caught first down. It's Isaiah Horton, who's been one of our leading receivers on the year. He's hit some big plays in every game. Still work to do. Ward protected. He's poised and slides after a 5-yard gain. 4-man rush. It's handled, and Ward launches. He's almost picked off. Step for step with Xavier Restrepo. So we go to 3rd and 5. Now they're showing some pressure. They back out of it. Ward caught. Chris Johnson first down. Closing in on field goal range. And maybe in it now. Caught by Elijah Arroyo. So from here, you're looking at a 54-yard field goal for Borregales. See if we can get it closer with Martinez. Why can we not get it going with him the way we expected? Screen. Not far to go on it, though. That's Jacoby George. I have no idea what to think if this comes down to a long field goal, as Johnson's going to lose a key pair of yards. It will be Andres Borregales on a 53-yard attempt. This could be for the game right here. From left hash, kick is up. It is good. Andres Borregales gives us the lead with just seconds left. 1 timeout left for Virginia Tech and only 8 seconds. They'll have to return that one and now go 80-plus yards. Final play of the game. Drones back to pass. Launches deep down the far sideline. Incomplete, and Miami holds on. A tight one. This was close. But Miami still perfect on the year and opened the ACC slate 1-0. So they kept our offense in check more than these non-conference teams were. 180 passing yards. As a whole, only 326. Martinez didn't have a bad day. I guess I'm waiting for the big game. You know, he's a 91 overall running back. We have good offensive linemen. I would have expected a couple 100-yard games by this point. And no passes longer than 22 yards in this game. So they really put a lid on the big plays and came very close to pulling off the upset. And we got our first committed player. It's Deontay Witherspoon, the free safety. Marley Cook is named ACC Defensive Player of the Week for TFLs. Had some pretty good luck getting these awards early in my dynasties. Oh no, that can't happen. Cam Dozier has locked us out? We went down that week? That one really hurts. There's no way to, recover now that I know of. Bama must have just edged us out to knock us down to 4th place. Unbelievable. Now, in better news, we had Willie Countess push us above FSU. We have a visit coming up. He's also going to Clemson here shortly. So hopefully we can make this one work. But we did land our first commitment of the year. And here is Deontay Witherspoon, verbally committed. I don't know how you can try to sway a player after they've chosen a school, but I guess we'll find out. Witherspoon, by the way, 87 speed, 71 man, and 65 zones. So he's a hybrid player, pretty good athlete, someone who could be a candidate to play in the slot or just be a starting safety. We have a couple more players here on the board I hadn't scouted yet that look to be quarterbacks. Sergio Keenan. So we got 90 throw power, looks like really good speed. That comes out to be 90, so that's another quarterback option if things don't go our way. The quarterbacks in this game all seem to have incredible speed. 88 here on Pat Kreipelwitz, 85 throw power, a little more limited with his arm and the lower under pressure rating there, so I'd have him down a notch. I know in NCAA 14 there was the break the lock ability you could get. I'm not sure if there's an equivalent in this game, and quite frankly, I don't think there should be, but I don't know if there's anything I can do. Do I just remove him from the board? Oh, wow, I was not expecting this. Sean Lampkin just committed to Louisville. I had gone pretty aggressive for him in the previous week. I thought he didn't have a scholarship offer at all, so us and Louisville both offered in the same week, and he's verbally committed. I don't know if in the offseason I have a chance to try and sway him, but for now, there's nothing more I can do. So I don't think I have to redo the hard sell if coach's favorite is already here. So we're going to keep that there for Willie Countess. Did well for us in the last week. We got more progress than any other team. And we'll do the hard sell on Damian Rawlings as well. I really want to bring in a star caliber defensive player. FSU's kind of making a comeback attempt here for receiver Larry Slaughter, who has that dominant deep speed I really want on this team. We can have him come to the FSU game as well. We're just going to bring all of our best options. Meet alumni. Yeah, we're going to bring in Andre Johnson. Who are some other Miami receivers? Michael Irvin and Andre Johnson are going to be here. And maybe KJ Osborne. And then I'm probably going to take Adrian Teague here. We're going to do the sell on him as well, just in case it doesn't work out with Countess. And we can do the student of the game strategy. Really heating up here for Tony Rizzo. Looks like he'll choose his top 3 shortly. UCF and Florida Atlantic are not far behind. Hometown hero. That one perfectly lines up. And yeah, he is from Miami. I like that one. Time to get to work. It seems a lot of these conveniently line up with a lot of the top 3s for players. So it's just a matter of figuring out which one works for all 3. We got Sharif Ladd now getting some more attention as we missed out on Lampkin, at least temporarily. But it looks like he's got the ability to come in and immediately be an impactful pass rusher. He's got 81 speed, 82 acceleration to go with the 85 finesse. So we're going to make sure he's moved to the top of the board so I can emphasize how important I think he is. I'm not sure if it's a visual bug why there's a lock here on the Duke game. I want to have some players come to this one as well. It seems it'll let me still schedule it, so okay, that was confusing. Miami and Cal. Maybe this will be the start of a new rivalry. We're traveling out to Berkeley in week 6. I do want to take a look at something, though. Martinez only averaging 4.3 a carry. I know we got to see some of the carries from Mark Fletcher, 7.9 a carry. It's a very small sample size. But I was curious about getting him in more to see if we get more out of our running game. Like Martinez, Fletcher has a lot of power in his game. The pass-catching skills are a little bit lower. He has 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 91 ball carrier vision. That's really similar to what Martinez has. Martinez has the edge in acceleration, a little bit lower speed. What brought Cal to the ACC over the teams that went to the Big Ten? I just don't get it. Not that it really matters. But Miami and Cal square off here this week. Early in this game, the home team scores first, but Miami rattles off the next 10 points. Cal retakes the lead in the second quarter, and Miami takes it back. All right, Martinez is stepping it up this week. That's 7.4 a carry. I'm cool with that. 220-plus yard runs mixed in. The score is 20-17. We got 5 minutes to go in the game. Is every game going to be a nail-biter for this team? Cal takes over at their own 5-yard line. So a long way to go, and they'll start with a good pickup on the outside. The quarterback is Chandler Rogers. Looks like they have a star running back who's getting the call, and a first down. That's Jaden Ott. 78 yards on the day for him. Over the middle, and that'll be close to a first down. We had our offense go win us the game previously. Let's see if the defense can hold on for the win this time. As they'll send out the tailback, and he's got some space. As he turns it up, makes a move. What a play. It's fun seeing the CPU running backs like break out more moves in this game. It's been pretty... On the carry, it's a nice pickup. That's Kadarius Callaway, who got a good burst. And the Bears have already driven about almost 50 yards on this drive. Fake it. And now downfield, it's intercepted. He got too greedy. Come on, take it to the house. The Canes trying to stay unbeaten. Mishael Powell on the pick six. Just when it looked like Cal had us, the Canes make the play. Wanted to throw it down to his tight end, I think, and that just looked like me throwing the ball. 58-yard run, though. Cal is able to make this a game again. All right, so just get a couple first downs. We should have the running back to do that. And let's move to 6-0 then. Martinez, a big one. Another over 20 in this game. It's his third. So just when I talk about perhaps getting a better look at another running back, we're getting the best play out of him. A run. Martinez just too much. Well, really the offensive line's been too much. Pretty uncontested yardage. And again, a close one for the Canes, but they're going to hold on. And we'll see if they move up even further from this number 8 ranking. One of our most impressive rushing days of the year. We only passed for 119 yards. So it was Damian Martinez with 136, 3 of those over 20 yards. The pick six was also pretty key. We had 3 sacks in this game, 2 more from Marley Cook, who's having a really good year. Then we got Francisco Mauinoa, I believe is how I was told it was pronounced. And then Mishael Powell definitely saved this from getting too interesting. That's a 6-0 start for the Canes. And only our last 2 games have been 1-score finishes. Thought we'd score more against the Pandas and against USF. But we're about to get our toughest games here coming up. Louisville's up to number 3. We got a bye week now, so a lot of recruiting to talk about. Let's see if we get any commitments this week. We do. That's a big one. Larry Slaughter, the 4-star speedster at wideout. Then we get Tony Rizzo, who's going to play first base for us. Let's continue to stay true to Boogie Turner's coaching style. Let's give a little boost here to the defensive linemen. This is for change of direction and pursuit. But I wanted to get down to tier 2 for finesse move and block shed. I'm going to try to do the defensive line options whenever we have the chance to do so to kind of form Boogie Turner's coaching personality. But we should have even more. They didn't tell me that. They did not tell me that Willie Countess had picked Alabama. All right. They gave us the good news, and now we miss out on another top player. And at the same time, Adrian Teague has chosen Florida. So our top 2 quarterback options now seemingly unavailable. I don't know how that ended so quickly. I thought that we'd have like a longer battle with so many teams so close. I don't have a feel for how all this works in this game. I'm so used to NCAA 14, and a lot of the stuff that I'm like thinking is going to happen isn't. Damian Rawlings now going to be one of the top players on the board, and we have a trio here of great defensive players. We could have all 3 levels upgraded, and these battles all do look really good. But this quarterback situation is really tricky. And if we don't end up getting somebody really good in this class, then we're going to have to be far more aggressive in the portal. We could still go after David Kinoy, but I just don't know that his ceiling is quite high enough. But at the same time, he could develop and end up being really good eventually, so it probably wouldn't hurt to give him a scholarship offer. Like, he's definitely ready to play earlier than Lewis Allen. Allen has a little bit stronger arm. He has better throw under pressure, more mobility. Kinoy is probably the better prospect still, even with that throw under pressure concern. And he's still the number 28 quarterback in the country, so he doesn't have any offers. We're going to be his first. I have an athlete here to scout as well. John Freeman has 91 speed. This looks promising, even though he's supposed to be a bust. Like, what's called a bust in this game, I don't think is really even close to being a bust. 85 short accuracy, 80 medium, very good mobility. We still have options, and he's the number 12, either quarterback or athlete. I don't know what they're considering it there, probably athlete. Now, he does have an offer, though. Like, Oklahoma already has that much of an advantage right now. I don't know if we're getting back into this. They could wrap this up next time I sim. And then there's Sergio Keenan, who has the 75 short accuracy, but very fast, very mobile. 76 throw under pressure. He could develop into a solid player, too. I wonder if things start to move quicker in this battle now that Teague and Countess are already committed, if teams will now just move on to the next tier of player. But I'm definitely going to offer not a contract, a scholarship to Sergio Keenan. Then we can afford to put more points into prospects we hadn't talked about quite as much. Here is Connor York. We're like the only school interested, even though he is one of the highest ranked wide receivers. And I think he's a little bit of a work in progress, but very good athlete, and I'm sure that some of those route runnings will develop further. All right, we were overtaken by UCF here in the battle for Joey Fraboni, the right guard. Want to make sure we have a really strong offensive line with this team, and we need to bump up the points so we can retake that advantage. Yeah, there is a bug as well with like players have it narrowed down to their top 5, which is when you can start doing visits. He has 2 scheduled, but I can't schedule one, which really puts me at a disadvantage. So now I'm not sure if it'd be like a waste of points to stay in this, or if the option to visit will pop up at some point. We're going to hard sell, though, and hope that it goes well, I guess. I think we're close to a commitment from Willie Shembo, the kicker, who would probably be immediately our new kicker next year. 75 kick accuracy is a little concerning, but hopefully it could develop quickly. I also really like Matt Bouchard, the cornerback, so we're going to send the house here, try to get to his top 5. He has 92 speed with 77 man coverage, 74 press, and I like seeing these corners with higher catching ratings. So I want to get a nice secondary of ball hawks here, and we should be able to wrap that one up too. I think I'll have to start removing some players from the board as well so we can try to scout maybe some new talent. Kreipelwitz has some mobility, but not a very strong arm, not particularly accurate, so we'll probably remove him. I think we're in good shape for Willie Shembo, so we can take off Cheeseman. Doesn't hurt to build more offensive line depth, so we'll get Antoine Stock some focus. I'm going to add some tight ends to the board as well as we kind of move on to the next stage of recruiting. Tight end's one of those spots where if you can find someone dynamic, it can change your whole offense. So I'm going to scout a bunch of these vertical threats. All right, I think Sharif Combs here is probably the easiest one to get into like his top 8. So 84 catching, we like that. 87 acceleration with 85 speed. So 77 short route running is nice as well. Definitely offering him a scholarship, and we'll go and put 40 points into scouting him. Man, it takes a lot longer to scout here at Miami than in Buffalo in my other dynasty where I get 400 hours a week. Oscar Virgin commits to Miami. Sergio Quatoriano as well. That gives us 4 players currently verbally committed. We're probably pretty close for Rawlings as well. The Gators are making a push for Sharif Ladd. We really need to win this one. We can go to 60 with him. So I can get a little bit more into that. So now, pivoting to David Kinoy, we do have first place for him. And now 3 offers. As I expected, more teams kind of stepping up their play for him. Georgia, FSU. Bunch of players were still in first place for. Looks like it's going to be a pretty promising class. Joey Fraboni. Yeah, Georgia's making a push now. This one's tougher than I expected. All right, Sharif Combs has us all the way up to number 2 on his list. We're still behind USC. We'll have to see if they send him a scholarship anytime soon. Let's do some more scouting here in case that one doesn't work out. We got Dan McNown, who has, decent speed and catching, but the route running's a lot lower. Ian Olawale. Good speed and acceleration. 76 short route running. I think he'd be an option. And finally, Nick Hammer from Texas. 87 excel, 85 speed, a gem. And I think that the gem is supposed to give you a better chance at a higher dev trait. We're going to offer the Hammer a scholarship. So Miami's all the way up to number 5, and we were behind Louisville. They're now unranked. Louisville has lost their last 2 to SMU, who's only 2-4, and then Virginia beat them by 6. 2 losses outside of the top 25. Now they are also out of the top 25. So far, we've got 2 close conference wins. We'll see if we can give Louisville their 3rd straight loss, or if they can start to make their comeback. We're on the road for the 2nd straight week. Louisville gets on the board first, but we take the lead in the 2nd quarter and into half. It's a 16-14 game as we jump into the 4th quarter. You'll have to let me know if you're enjoying the way this episode is going, as we're just getting bits of the end of these games. That didn't seem to work out as they had drawn it up. But I do want to go through this first season relatively quickly. We want to build the team up and get our players in. Nice job, Ruben Bain. We're definitely playing better this year. I expected us to be good, but even this surpasses my expectation. Well, they were all over that one as Martinez loses 4. Chris Johnson is the motion man on 2nd and 14. And that is going to be dropped, almost picked off. What was that? These have been the ugliest plays since we got into this one. What's going on here? It's 3rd and 14. We're not going to get it. 3rd straight game, Cam Ward's passing production is way down. It's kind of interesting. He hasn't crossed 200 yards in these last few games. So Louisville will get it back. The Cardinals on 1st down have an easy connection and a missed tackle with a bunch of yak. What was that? Is that Tyler Shuck? I've seen him somewhere. There's so much movement now, I have to actually remember where I saw a player before. Yeah, he was at Oregon. That's where I remember him. Nice run. Maurice Turner, 10 rushes, 5 yards. So not exactly getting that area of the game going. Oh, yeah, Oregon to Texas Tech and now Louisville. I remember him at Texas Tech, I think, when I was doing my UTSA stuff. All right, they're going to kick a field goal now. This is a 52-yard try. This would put them ahead by 1. Louisville takes the lead. We've been in good position in all these games as Johnson breaks a tackle. Gives us a little bit of excitement there. So we've been down, by 1 score in a couple of these. We have not had to, climb our way back into a game yet. Miami will run it with Martinez, and he gets 5. Again, Martinez running right. Tried to bounce it out and is stopped a yard short. He's getting it again. No, it's a fake. Ward sailing, wide open. They bit. Touchdown, Restrepo. That was nice. What a perfect play action. I've been seeing lately in Madden, players bite on those fakes. The linebackers mainly will they'll go towards the line of scrimmage, play the run a little bit. I don't think I've seen one like this, though. I mean, he's got 10 yards on him. So we trail, but not for long. And now we're going for 2 for that full touchdown advantage. It's going to be a flip, and they're all over Restrepo. The Cardinals need a touchdown. And they're going to run it up the gut. Big gain across the 35. Feels like in the games today, there's been more opportunity in the run. I don't know what all was changed in that update that dropped on Monday. On my end, it was a gig, so there's got to be something in there. But we never got any, official patch notes. So, might have just been kind of general stuff. Nothing like a balance patch or anything that really reacts to the first few days of feedback. I just want to see stability stuff cleaned up. I think gameplay has been pretty fun overall. And that is a decent pickup. Certainly pursuit angles have been a topic of conversation. I feel like they're a little bit worse than they should be, but you got to find ways to really separate the skill of defensive players. And I think there has to be a degree of bad angles in the game from lower rated players mainly. So not much on that drive for Louisville. And now we look to put this game away. Thought we had a false start there. Never mind. He's just in motion. It's Martinez falling forward. And actually not falling. He wasn't going down yet. Oh, they got a bunch of guys on the line of scrimmage now. 3rd and 3. That's Martinez breaking a tackle. And a first down. Louisville 2 timeouts remaining. They've got to get the ball back. Martinez is stuffed. And we go to 3rd down. 4-man rush. Ward is pressured and gets rid of it. Big time stop for Louisville. They still have a chance. Louisville at the 13. Slant and lost it. Incomplete. And the pass goes outside. Good gain, but now game on the line. Time not on their side. I think you still want to keep this one in the air. And they will. Hitting the slant. Game continues. 4-man rush. Shuck's going to go deep. That is tipped away and nearly picked by Dennis Knight, the sophomore free safety. 4-man rush. And now Shuck into traffic, incomplete. They have not been able to hold on to some of these tight throws. 3rd and 10. And there's time, and they're playing for another 4th down. They only have 1 timeout left. They'll probably use that upon converting here. As we go inside 50 seconds. Again, game on the line. Again, it continues. So you're closer now for a potential Hail Mary, and they'll spike it with 40 to play. Pass is out and caught in Miami territory. That's where they used their last timeout. And now we've got 33 seconds to go. Louisville getting closer. Shuck pressured. Hits the open man for a first down at the 34. And that first down stops the clock. Got to get used to that again here in college football. Pressure from the secondary. Pass caught. Did he get out? He did not. The clock is running. 14 seconds to go. And it's another spike. So now I believe you can spike from like any formation. 4th and 5. This could be the game here. And Shook is sacked. Ruben Bain closes it out. But Miami again makes us sweat a little bit. They still are unbeaten. I was waiting for the pass rush all drive, and we finally get it from Ruben Bain. A good start to conference play. A series of one-score wins. I think eventually we're due to get a more convincing victory. But Miami now might move even above number 5 in the country. We had, again, lighter day of passing for Cam Ward. But it does feel like the run game is getting stronger. Martinez, 20 carries, 92 yards. Big score in this one for Xavier Restrepo. And again, the defense makes those clutch plays late. We had the pick 6 earlier in the video. Ruben Bain closing it out. And a commitment from Damian Rawlings, the star linebacker. Sharif Ladd as well picks us over the Gators. Simeon Barrow, another Defensive Player of the Week award. He's got to have more TFLs than anybody. So I definitely didn't see this coming. We are number 2 in the country, but Florida State's number 5. That is a heck of a matchup we've got now. So here's the top 25. Looks like pretty much everybody has suffered a loss. But not us. We're the last unbeaten team in the top 25. It might just be a big episode today. I want to keep going here. It feels like we still need more. Cam Ward's had a really good year. 13 touchdowns, 1 pick. We got Damian Martinez, 589 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's looked really good. And then Xavier Restrepo, Isaiah Horton, they're over 400 yards. Jacoby George not far behind them. In the sack department, Marley Cook, 6.5. Ruben Bain, 5.5. They all have a ton of tackles for loss. We have 4 interceptions as a defense as well. So it's been a really good day for the recruiting class. And right now, they rank us at 31. We have 7 players, but 4 4-stars. Most teams have the advantage with just sheer number of prospects at this point. We have a 4-star receiver here in Jaden Mastrud, and he's been favoring FSU lately. So we certainly want to correct that. We can't schedule him for the FSU game, but we can have him come to the Duke matchup. And we'll go with a hard sell approach there. There's another receiver here not getting any attention that we're close to getting a commitment from. Terrell Jordan. He has 90 speed with 81 catch in traffic, 80 spec catch, 79 release. Could develop into an interesting outside receiver. Not sure we want him coming to the same game as Jaden Mastrud, though. So we'll have him come to the Wake Forest game if we even need the visit. Georgia now in first place for Joey Fraboni, and he's down to his top 3 schools, but we still don't have the option to schedule a visit. I think we're just kind of getting screwed in this one. And then one of my other options at guard just suddenly got a big push from UCF and the Gators in the last week. We might want to offer a scholarship as well. I don't think he'd play super early, but Austin Mooney was the other guard I had ready to go. We'll have him come to the Duke game here. But I don't even know his pitches yet. So it's a little bit of a risk to do it that early. Maybe I'll schedule the Wake game, or maybe I'll schedule it later, just so I can hopefully do it right. And then I have some more tackles here that are on the board. That wasn't a position I had focused on a lot. But I've had some bad Dynasty, experiences in the past where I kind of waited too long on old linemen. Better to have, more than you need and risk some transferring away than having to play guys who aren't ready when you're trying to win, big-time games against big-time schools. I still like the pass block numbers there on Travis Parmalee, so I'm going to give him an offer maybe next week. Miami and FSU. This is one of our biggest games on the schedule. At this point, 7-0, we got playoff hopes. We're looking like one of the best teams. We haven't lost yet, but FSU might have something to say about that. I know they got a new quarterback this year, and so do we, so we can't make fun of them for solving a problem like that through the portal. We had to do it. DJ Uiagalelei. He is the Seminoles quarterback, and looks like he's had them playing pretty well this year. 24 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Roydell Williams is the top running back with receiver Malik Benson. So Keon Coleman went pro. Now I'm not sure they have that dominant guy unless it's just Malik Benson. He has that great speed at 96. Definitely a good player. But overall, the unit doesn't have, I think, the depth that we have. He's been putting together 100-yard games, though, the last 2 weeks. Patrick Payton is their best-ranked player, and they have some good players in the secondary, too. A couple very high-rated cornerbacks. And we haven't exactly been throwing the ball great in recent games. And it's the game of the week, everybody. Miami and Florida State. We're going to focus on this one a little bit differently. It is the biggest game on the schedule between two of the best teams. So we're going to watch the first few drives and then maybe do some simulating afterwards and come back maybe later in the game. Battle for the Florida Cup. Florida State has a current 3-game win streak in this rivalry. What better game to end their streak than right here? As we're going to run it with Martinez, and not very far. We go backwards. First possession, first third down, and it's Cam Ward running out of time, and it's a 3-and-out. I sure hope we're not covering their receiver with a linebacker, but there is your matchup to watch. Oh, we're up to 19th in the toughest places to play rankings. And the Seminoles start with a Roydell Williams 7-yard run. DJ's going to keep it and has first down yardage. So they got the Oregon State quarterback in the portal. We got their top running back. Good coverage and defense on that play. We go to third down and 12, and Uiagalelei has an open man. It is complete for the first down. Running Williams wide to the left. And he's taken down near first down yardage. Pretty impressive drive. What is this motion? That was weird. Now he's turning up field. That's 6 yards. DJ completes. The Noles down inside the 15. Really impressive drive. They're trying to finish it. And Williams down to around the 3. And now DJ throws short. Just enough. On second and goal, it's Williams. He's in. Touchdown, Florida State. Perfect start for them, getting the 3-and-out and then a long, methodical touchdown drive. So we're going to have to answer after that. Can't have a 3-and-out here again. Wow. Immediately in the backfield, Martinez loses 4. Another run. Maybe positive yards? Yes. But on the verge of another 3-and-out unless we can convert on 3rd and 9. Cam Ward has time. That is complete. Big catch by George. Now we run Martinez. He gets past the corner. That's a gain of 6. Sweeping to the right. And a flag down. That hurts. And it's, of course, a holding call on Inez Cooper, the starting right guard. Now we're going to have to get 13, and Ward almost gets intercepted. Really good secondary here with FSU. We don't want to have to rely on attacking them for big gains. So it's all Florida State here early on. Williams going to carry. Down he goes. Big tackle by Elijah Alston. Uiagalelei fires, and it is broken up at the catch point. That was a pretty good throw. I enjoy watching the quarterbacks in this game. I think they're pretty entertaining. 3rd and 13, well shy, and that's a much-needed stop for the Canes D. Cam Ward under pressure, right on target for Restrepo. Miami running right, and down goes Martinez. Another impressive play for FSU. Comes down to 3rd down. Again, we are in a 3rd and medium, and Ward nearly picked off again. This is by far the toughest coverage we've seen all year. This has been a very defensive football game. Miami has it now, plus territory. Shaheem Brown is shaken up. He is one of their highest-ranked defensive players. We're looking for our first points and getting closer to getting them. That's complete to Horton. Another slow day, though, through the air for Cam Ward. 5 and change to go in the first half. We're going to fake it, and he never saw the blitzer, Amarian Cooper. Chris Johnson now, lightning quick up the middle. Good pickup, too. Finally getting into a better 3rd down. They're going to get a good jam on these receivers, it looks like. Ward back to pass, and he's got him somehow with the pressure in his face. Thankfully, Chris Johnson was open. Again, we're going to 3rd down. And it's going to be Ward scanning. He's got time, knocked away. Another great stand. So FSU scored early, and there hasn't been a lot of offense since. They just converted a 3rd and 8. They want more before half. DJ will throw it short as they get a conversion. And we got a minute left to go in the first half. Pretty key here if you can hold them to a field goal try. And it's Uiagalelei on target. A diving grab. What just happened? 19 yards out. They go short to the tight end for about 5. Miami trying to turn them away here. 2nd and 6. It's incomplete. Great coverage by Diani Hill. This is competitive receiver-cornerback battling today. This is fun. 3rd and 6. That's going to be a first down and more. How'd he get away? Destin Hill. And then they spread out the defense, and DJ has the touchdown. The Seminoles increase their lead. What a first half for them as they look to pull off the upset and win their 4th straight against the Canes. So we've got uncharted territory here in the second half. We're down multiple scores, and we haven't even scored a touchdown yet. We got to go get some more points here on this drive. We had good field position, just got 7 yards on first down, and now off the fake, it is complete to Cam McCormick. Martinez, the motion man, a new way to get him the football, and that'll get us 5. To the air again. Nice hands by Restrepo. Not easy. 3 receivers all to the right. It's a screen turning upfield for the first down. It's Arroyo. Miami only 11 yards away. Martinez gets a few. He's been held to 19 yards on 10 carries. And a lot of TFLs. So here against the secondary of FSU, Cam Ward, touchdown! How about that? Jacoby George. It's a one-score game. That was big. We needed that score. And that was not an easy one either. Ward took a hit, knew he was going to get drilled, and threw a perfect ball. Now, we are going for 2 here to make this a 3-point game. And it's good. Caught by Isaiah Horton. We move ahead. Third quarter still. FSU football at their own 45. Up by 3 and all over that. Here comes the Bane. 3rd and 12. He gets it out short, and Williams is not going to get there. Big tackle by Wesley Bissaint. And we're getting the ball back here. We've taken momentum. Crowd's back into it. And now we're eyeing at least tying this game. Cam Ward across the middle. Big gain to Arroyo. Brought down at the 46. You might have to use the tight end a bit more when they have cornerbacks locking down our receivers. A minute to go in the third. A run here. That's Restrepo in the backfield. How did we end up there? And we're going to the fourth quarter now. Florida State leads 14-11. This one's going down to the wire. Oh, I like this top 25 graphic. Got Ohio State, Notre Dame, 3-4. But if we can get through this game, there's a path to an undefeated regular season, which I didn't really anticipate happening. But we're 7-0, having to come back against FSU. Good screen, turning upfield. Big gain for Jacoby George. I really like these two senior receivers, man. George and Restrepo have nice skill sets. Then it's a short gain for Martinez. Quick hitter. Oh, he's all over it. Did not get the block from Restrepo. So on the edge of field goal range, where we could tie the game from, pass is knocked away as he tried to layer that in. So here's Andres Borregales. A 49-yard try left hash. His kick is up, and he drills it. Haven't seen too much drama on these field goals. That's 11 unanswered now for Miami. What does FSU have now? Williams gets stuffed and goes nowhere. Setting up the screen now, and he gets to the outside. A first down and more. Tries to cut it back inside, and it's a huge pickup for Roydell Williams. Our crowd's not exactly into it right now after that play, and now a great quick hitter of 9. Going back to Williams, and ooh, that's a penalty. What a time for a hold. It was like second and an inch and a half. So 2nd and 9 for DJ. Gets it out ahead of the pressure. And they do still end up with the conversion. 6.5 to go in the ball game. It's a slow feed and still fighting through a tackle, a first down run. I thought that was so slow we'd for sure make the play. But now under 6 minutes to go, it's going to be Williams for good yardage. As FSU takes us down to about 5:30. Getting them off the field here would be massive. But receivers getting a good release off the line, and DJ has them wide open. Going short to the tight end. Uiagalelei wide open. And now goal to go for the Noles. In less than 4 minutes to play. We're stacking the box anticipating run. They're going to motion a receiver, and he's not being followed at all or covered up. And he's going to get it. Turns up quickly and is turned away. Seminoles driving. It's Williams. He cuts right. Gets a couple. Now in the face of these receivers. There's motion. It's a run. Williams doesn't get in. And they're going to kick on 4th and goal. They're going to try to take the lead. And that leaves us again with a similar situation. A couple minutes, only down by... Did he miss it? He missed it! Are you kidding me? I have never seen that kick missed before in one of these games. A 19-yard miss. And it's still tied. We just got to get 3, but now it would be enough for the win. I can't believe that. I have not seen that before. 2nd and 1. Cam Ward. Oh, that's trouble. He's sacked. What a big time for the rush to show up. And they just beat Francis Maui-Noa, the star right tackle. And again, pressure. Oh, big conversion, though. Isaiah Horton. I can't believe that 2-play sequence right there. We're back in this. 1st and 10. More pressure. Come on, Cam. 11 down there. He's coming every play now. 2nd and 10. Knocked out. Oh, he caught it. I thought it was deflected. There's still a chance to get off the field here. FSU is going to bring 4. And Ward fires complete. Turning upfield is Horton. And it's a 1st down at the 41. 4-man rush. Cam trouble. He will get rid of it. Now we run it, trying to get a little closer and instead end up a little further away. I don't know about a 59-yarder here. That's iffy. Martinez carries again, has daylight, and will get close. He fumbled, though. And it's going to end up 4th and inches. So, Borregales now, left hash, 48 yards out. This could be for the win. Kick is up, flag down. I didn't see a signal. Another roughing call here. I've been seeing these a lot on kicks and punts, mostly punts. But we're going to decline and take our points there. We did hit the kick. 17-14, only 17 seconds to go, and a long way to travel. They do have a couple timeouts, though, so if they can hit a decent chunk play like that, they're in the mix still. Now we got 5 seconds left to go, and this is probably it. DJ, back to pass. That's going to be out of time. Did not have the time to run that play and get out of bounds. It's game. Miami holds on barely, and they're going to stay the only unbeaten team. We keep finding a way here in these close games. This time we had to let them miss a field goal under 20 yards. That was a big touchdown right there, though, to face that pressure, make that throw and catch. And then that stop, of course, when we forced the short, 19-yard field goal to begin with. We're making the big plays. We shut them out in the second half as well, so that's a good win. But, man, it was ugly. Cam Ward, again, under 200 yards. Martinez really couldn't get the run game established. But we'll take that. It was an 18-yard field goal that was missed. That really changes this game. Maybe it's Miami's season. Maybe they don't need me to do anything in this series. A commitment from Jaden Mastrud, 4-star wideout, and then 3-star receiver Terrell Jordan. The class is really coming together. LaMelo Brissy as well. Lewis Allen, the 3-star quarterback. And next we get Duke, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, Syracuse. 4 straight one-possession wins, and 2 or 3 of those had comebacks in the fourth quarter. Cam still only 1 interception on the year with 14 touchdowns. Martinez, 621 rush yards, 4 scores, with Isaiah Horton becoming the team's leading receiver. And what's exciting about that is he's a sophomore, so he'll be on the team still beyond this season. And he has impact development. So from here, I would assume the expectation is then we stay undefeated and go to the playoff. We've made it this far undefeated. I guess next time we'll see if we can do it 4 more times and what the playoff ends up throwing our way. I did not expect as dominant of a start like this here in this dynasty, but we'll see what the future holds for this team. Big episode today. Let me know what you thought of it, and I'll be back with more shortly as we see what's left of year 1 in this dynasty rebuild. Leave your thoughts below, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.